Hey, 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 what's going on? Welcome back to the patio, APM POV. Got Mel in the patio. What's up, Mel?
How you doing, Janine?
I'm doing good.
Welcome back, guys. We're excited to have you. So, welcome to another episode of A Perfect Mess POV, aka the patio. We got an exciting guest joining us today.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I can't wait for you guys to hear who we have on the patio today.
Here, is that a pun? Is that a play on words right there?
It is a little bit, yeah.
Mm.
Why is that?
I don't know. Okay, we got a special guest in the house. He's a musical artist. We're excited to bring him to you. Man, if you don't know him, get ready to know him. This dude is amazing. His skill is beyond match. Like, you guys are going to be blessed to hear his music right now. I don't know what more we can say about him.
Except that when I heard this song, we were dancing our butts off. We were having so much fun. We were vibing. And the whole studio was vibing. Shout out to DJ Baby Lack for introducing us. And once we heard that song, we just knew we had to meet him. So
Yes.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with our special guest. All right. We are back on the patio.
What's up, folks? Man, it is our pleasure to introduce to you a local artist right here from the Orlando area who's going to be blowing up the scene in no time at all. Folks, without further ado, give it up for Slow RNG.
Woo!
What's good? What's good? This is Slow RNG here at the patio, brought to you by A Perfect Mess.
Yes!
And we here to turn it up, man. I'm pleased to be here. Very excited for this interview.
What?
Man, we are
Here with
so...
Janine
Yes.
and Mel, about to turn it up big.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Slow, man. Thank you so much for coming through, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
my pleasure. Thank
We
you for
really
inviting
appreciate
me.
it, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
thank you for
been
inviting.
telling the folks that as far as the channel is concerned, that we want to put a spotlight on local people who are doing exquisite things. And brother, you fit that category.
Yeah.
I mean, you on a whole nother level. This man is doing R&B music that I can compare it to some artists, but we're going to say that for a little later in the interview. So it's just a pleasure for us to be able to introduce you to our audience and let people know who you are and what you've been doing out here, just grinding, trying to
Yeah.
get your music heard. So thank you for being here, bro.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Cut got your back. What's up?
Okay, we already talk about singles. Hold on.
Wait. Before we get there, tell us
Yeah.
about like where it all started. Are you originally from Florida? Like, let's go there first.
I am originally from Florida, county called Polk County.
Yes, sir. Polk County in the house.
Polk
PC,
County,
baby.
Florida, a
Let's
little
go.
town called Haines City.
Yeah.
City.
I'm going crazy right now, Janine, because I'm from Polk County.
Oh,
So
okay.
this
Yeah.
is, we got some real, we go back, our connections go back. First of all, let me correct myself. We just met.
Right.
Just met this brother a couple of weeks ago. So, but our connections go deep because I'm from Polk County. He's from Polk County. He's from Haines City. I'm from a city called Lakeland. So
Lakeland,
just wanted to say
Florida.
that. Yes, sir. Big up Lakeland. while
Big
we're
up
talking about
the
Polk County.
L.
What's up, baby? PC. Let's go. So go ahead. You from Haines City. Go ahead. You graduated from Haines City High School?
Yeah, I graduated from Haines City High School, and I was doing music since I was 9 years old.
What?
Gosh,
I started off doing music in the church.
what?
Like
And
singing in the choir?
In the
or-
choir. Well,
okay.
yeah, in the choir. My mom was a singer, and then she put us in the choir, my brother and I, and then we met another gentleman, and we started a music group, R&B group.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
we had that R&B group all the way. I think it lasted until I was 25 years old.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, 25 years old.
Okay, y'all was
Yeah.
serious.
So you've been doing
Yeah.
it for a minute. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And then that disintegrated
Mhm.
for various reasons.
Okay.
But everybody's still cool. But the music and the passion never left. So that's why I'm still here today,
That's what's up.
doing music.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up, man. So
Yeah.
it's in your bones. Like, this is something you've been
Yeah,
doing for a
yeah,
while.
it's-
This is not
it's-
something you just
yeah.
picked up.
It's definitely in my DNA,
Mhm. Wow.
and I can't see myself not doing it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how I can explain it.
You-
Yeah.
you know-
So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
so
So,
I'm so
you
excited.
started at 9 years old, you said, in the church?
Yep, 9 years old.
And then has
Yeah.
it been straight through just playing, doing music, or did you take a break, or like talk to us about that?
Well, when I graduated from Haines City High School, I went to college, and
Where you go to college?
I went to FAMU.
Yeah, big up them
Yeah.
Rattlers.
I went to
The
FAMU.
Rattlers in the house. Tallahassee.
But
Okay.
before I went to FAM, I didn't even think I was going to college because we went to a conference in Orlando, and it was a music conference where all the major record labels were. It's at the place called the Marriott World
Yeah, the
Center.
Marriott World Center.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
We had our
And-
prom there, as a matter of fact.
Okay, yeah, they had a big music conference, and I got a chance to see Luther Vandross.
Oh.
He was kind of.
Was he Big Luther or Little Luther there?
He was Big
Big
Luther.
Luther
Yeah,
back
he was
then.
Big
I was making
Luther.
sure put
We
on
walked
Yeah.
in. We didn't even know. We just heard somebody rehearsing on stage, and we walked in, and he was like, "Get those damn children out of here."
No, Luther, don't do it like that, Luther.
I was like, hey, I thought he was a nice person.
Not what he
But
rehearsed.
hey, he rehearsed it, I guess. So we just walked in. We were just happy to see him. So then we
Wow.
went back in the hallway and we started singing. We actually saw Janet Jackson coming in through she was escorted, and who brought us there was actually the manager over the whole hotel. He saw us practicing, and he was like, "Hey man, I want to actually bring you guys into the conference." So he gave us passes, put necklaces around us, and gave us access to the conference. Yeah, and it was a lot of groups in there. We met before they got signed. It was Jodeci was there.
What?
H-Town was there.
H-Town.
Yeah,
I love me
and
some H-Town.
everybody got
That's the
signed,
beats.
and they gave us a deal too. But my dad, he read the contract and
He didn't like it.
he turned it down, and it broke my heart. Yeah, it did. It broke my heart. And then from then on, I was like, I don't have a choice but to go to college. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I need to get some money in my pocket. now.
Well,
I was working at McDonald's then. I can't work at McDonald's.
Dang.
Whoa.
So what do you think if your daddy signed that where do you think he would be right now if that did happen?
Man, that's God working mysterious ways. Like when I first met y'all, man, with Baby Lag at Above All, and I was telling my friends the same thing the other day. Would I have my wife that I have now, which I
Right.
love so
Right.
dearly?
Facts.
Would I have my 3 kids?
Right.
My
Facts.
daughter is graduating from FSU this summer.
My son just graduated.
Really?
Yeah.
She was supposed
a
to
couple of weeks
graduate.
ago, yeah.
She was supposed to graduate in May, but her
Yeah.
guidance counselor, she misled her and forgot to tell her it was one more class she had to take. But
Oh,
thank God
man.
she's at home, and it's an online class. So
Oh, okay,
she's
good.
at home right now, but she's graduating in August.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So,
I wonder
yeah.
if my son knows her. We should
Yeah.
find out later on.
That's
We'll
true,
see.
yeah. So that's a big question. If I would have signed that contract, what would I be?
Right.
I graduated in pharmacy school, so would I be a pharmacist?
Right.
Probably not.
Right.
Because back then, that was just my passion. That was one track.
Right.
And I started promoting in school. What I have learned about promoting,
Right.
Yep. So it's a big questions when
Yeah.
it comes to that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's
So
true.
my dad and I, we didn't get along after that. I love him. I
Oh,
love them
no.
still. I don't
Yeah.
hate nobody,
That's
but
good.
I did hold a grudge for a long
Grudge.
time, but now when he saw his grandchildren, that kind of opened me up to wow,
Yeah.
okay, God, I see what
That's
you was
what's
trying
up.
to do now.
It is truly a blessing, and that's the
Yeah.
way you should receive it. I mean, honestly, because it's easy to kind of look back at those decisions that we make, but like you say, I mean, your blessings are your seeds and your livelihood, and you got your children and your family and everything else to look forward to. So
Yeah.
that was the decision you were supposed to make. You made the
Yeah.
right decision. This is
Yeah.
happening now for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
They
yeah,
say
yeah.
when
here
you
we
find
are.
a wife, you find a good thing. So.
Hey, that's
Facts,
my
facts,
that's my what it say, my helpmate.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
That's
no
my
doubt.
rib.
No doubt. That's
Your
That's
right.
my
rib.
rib right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I hope you see this. Yeah. Hey, I want you to reward me
Pick
for
it
this.
up.
To
We
reward
pick it
me.
up, Mrs. Slow, for
Yeah, there
sure.
you go.
Rib
Reward me.
no.
Yeah.
So how does she feel about this move
Oh
for you?
man,
Like,
she
has she been there from the beginning too?
all the
Like,
way. I mean, ever since I met her. Actually, I didn't even. When I went to FAMU, I was in the dorm room. I have an identical twin brother, and the crazy thing is, she has an identical twin brother.
Okay.
What?
I mean, not identical, fraternal.
Fraternal.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What?
I knew her brother before I knew her,
Oh wow.
and because him and my brother were in engineering school together, and
Goodness, dude.
and so when I met her, it just all fell together. I was already, she knew I was doing music. I told her I was doing music. She didn't care. She just knew I was a good person.
Amen.
Opened the door for her, just doing stuff that a gentleman's supposed to do. And she just melted from that. And then after that, a year later, after we started going together, I've joined Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Yo.
So
Shout out to the Noops. Shout out to the Noops, baby.
yeah, I
Yes,
joined
sir.
the fraternity. They voted me in as president, and then anybody knows when you're in the fraternity and you're doing activities and promoting and all that kind of stuff, it takes a lot of time away from not just a relationship, but even from school.
Yes.
So I just respected her for even not giving me problems
Right.
During
during all that
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that meant that led to marriage. I'm like, I don't know if I'm be
a
able
real
to
one.
find this again.
She a real one.
Yeah,
real
she
one.
ain't
You
fuss
get a
at
real one,
me.
you better
She didn't
hold
yell at
on.
me or nothing.
Yes,
You
Yeah.
hear that,
Sir.
man out there?
Come
Do
on
you
now.
hear? He
This
was
is
a
lessons
gentleman.
for everyone. You're
He
right.
opened doors, and he did everything that he was supposed to do. Held her
she
down.
stood by her
stood
side.
beside his side.
She encouraged him. She lifted him up. So all these things coincide
together.
to a good relationship.
and
you
Yeah.
to a
guys.
good marriage.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and
That's
we still
awesome, man.
together.
And we
Yeah.
still together.
Yeah, we still together. How long is it? Wow, it's 22 years.
You better
22
know. You
years.
better get it right.
No, that's
She
a long
watching.
time. Come
She
on, after
watching.
20, you start to kind of
Married
maybe 1 or
20.
2 years. That's
Yeah,
But
married
that's after
20.
Come on, bro.
2
That's awesome.
years and been together for 29 years.
Come on, God is good, man. That's a blessing,
Yeah,
man. Y'all are,
yeah.
man, y'all
Yeah.
inspiration around this thing.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real. That's awesome,
I
bro.
can't ask for no more.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
I
So
can't.
did she know, seeing how her twin brother knew your twin brother, did she know your twin brother as well?
No, she
Oh.
didn't.
Oh.
I don't even think she knew I knew her brother. What happened was my brother was dating a young lady, and she was friends with her. They both lived. My brother's girlfriend at that time lived in Tampa, and my wife now she's from St. Petersburg. So they all were friends, and so it was one summer we were still in Tallahassee, and she was coming to see my brother, and she was telling me, "Hey, I'm gonna bring my friend up." And when she brought her friend up, I was like, I know you. Yeah, I know
Wow.
you. Yeah, I already know you. She's like, I know you too. You're in my anatomy class, weren't you? I was like, yeah. I said, I know your brother too. And she was like, you know my brother? I'm like, yeah, I know your brother. I used to pick my brother up and used to go pick your brother up. She was like, that's you. I'm like, yeah. And then it just led to I think a 5-hour conversation
Wow.
in my apartment. Yeah, and now here we are today.
Look at you.
Married,
yeah.
and what did you say? 3 kids?
Yep, 3
Three
kids.
kids.
Daughter, all 5 years apart. Yep,
Mm.
yep. And my last kid, we had 2 daughters, and she was like, I know you want a son. Let's play the lotto." And
Let's see if we can get
God
it.
blessed me with my
Hey,
last child
got
with
him.
somebody to carry on my
Okay,
last name.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Got a little noob. Okay, that's what we doing. Create that
There
Okay.
you go.
legacy.
Yeah.
And then,
Awesome.
okay, so tell us now, like, how did the journey go now going forward into the music? Like, so you're in college.
Mhm.
What did you major in college?
I majored in pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I majored in pharmacy. I just wanted something because I knew I was gonna do music, and I always heard that it was something that took some money with marketing and everything. So
Nice.
I know I wanted something. I didn't have a passion for pharmacy,
Mhm.
and I just needed something that I knew was gonna give me at least 6 figures to support my plan A, which is music, and I
Right.
call pharmacy my plan B.
That's an
So I
excellent
tell all
plan.
artists, especially artists, 'cause that's something you love and you have a passion for, but realistically, you still have to have something to
Fall
support
back on,
Yeah.
yourself, and most people do have children,
Sure.
to
Mhm.
support your
Yeah,
kids.
you got to be able to support the
Yeah.
dream. It's
Yeah.
okay to have the dream, but you have to be able to support the
Right,
dream.
right,
Absolutely.
right. So it all worked out.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Same.
I learned. I didn't really sing too much in college. I didn't do music. That's when I started promoting. And when I started promoting, I started understanding the other side of the business.
Right.
So wait, didn't they
Yeah.
have like because my son did it because he goes to FSU.
Mhm.
So they had a talent show. Didn't you do the talent show? Didn't you get up there? And
I
rap?
won. Yeah.
You won.
I won. Yeah, I did a talent show. My wife was actually in it too. She was in the dance group. I always tease her.
That you beat her.
Yeah, I told her. I said, I remember you. When I first met her, I said, "Aren't you the girl that was on stage and with the drill team bouncing your behind and stuff?" Like she was like, "What are you? No drill team." To my drill team. Yeah.
That is awesome.
She said, I was on a dance team, not no drill team. I was like, okay. But I beat you. I beat all y'all. I was the one that won. She was like, you were the one that won. Yeah, but I sing a song called His Eyes on the Sparrow. And that was my favorite song to sing in church. And everybody loved it, and I won.
Wow.
And yeah, that was before I pledged. And I think 2 years later, I pledged. And that was my freshman year. I did that talent show. And about 2 years later, I pledged, and that's when I got into really promoting. And promoting took me to a whole nother category in music.
Right.
Yeah. That was a journey too. Yeah, when I got into
so tell us
fraternity.
About that. Yeah, tell us about that. You went from you transition now. You get into the fraternity now. You starting to learn a little bit more the ins and outs of the business. Trying to get the promotion going. You know the music.
Yeah.
How do those things coincide?
They had a little picnic. It was called a luau.
Woo!
Yeah, it was a picnic. It was like
All
a
the
campus thing.
What?
All the newts in the house.
Come
Yo-yo.
on, man.
Anybody who was 90s, is in the 90s and the early 2000s, they know what that rose to and catapulted to. Because it started out as a backyard picnic. Just like I mean, it was just kids in college coming, and we had kegs everywhere. And we had, liquor, of course, liquor and everything, and food. We had the barbecue grills.
Come on, man.
And the brothers would just be barbecuing and then music going on. And it just started out like that. And we had a meeting, and when they voted me in as president, and when they voted me in as president, I was like, man, hey, everybody know about this on campus. Why can't we turn this into something bigger? Yeah. So there was two guys, my frat brother, Omar Terrell, my dog, and another guy named Mike, and my brother. We were the core putting that together, and we found a guy's name was Sheffield, and it was a ranch.
Yes,
it was a big ranch with a lake in the middle of it. It was
This is the luau. This is the luau. The luau. It was luau before it moved to this place.
Yeah.
But once it moved to this place, this became the luau.
Man, and it got serious.
Yeah, it did.
It did because Mike was really the guy who taught me about setting up stages, and big sound walls, just amplifiers and all that kind of stuff, and then marketing. We started doing television commercials. We started traveling to different universities, passing out flyers. And we even had a Budweiser truck. And I think the Budweiser truck we went from kegs to a whole Budweiser truck, and they went to sponsoring the event. That's how the sponsorship started with Budweiser.
He's not, there's no lies being told here. As a matter of fact, I'm glad we got this on tape. We basically got the origin of the luau as far as I remember it when I was growing up in the 90s coming through there. Because growing up in the 90s, if you were in the Southwest, you knew about Kappa Luau. And if you were not only just Kappas, but it was every Greek organization would come to embark on Tallahassee for this weekend. It was such a huge event, and the location was prime because it was this huge field, just nothing but space with a lake. And like you said, there was Budweiser trucks out there. It was all kind of sponsors and vendors out there, and you would see anybody from anybody that was out there. So no lies told, it was a huge event. It was like the biggest thing happening in the Southwest during the 90s.
And that was one of the beautiful things, because back then fraternities used to beef a lot. You used to you had the Qs, the Alphas, Sigmas. Everybody was kind of beefing. But when the luau came, you had Q dolls coming to me saying, "Hey, bro, what's up, man? I need a ticket."
1911 love. Now it's 1911 love all of a sudden.
And I'm talking about everybody was coming to it. It was no beef or nothing.
Everybody
That's what the love was, man. You buy your ticket. You get your the girls were at the front. We had the Kappa Luau Kappa Suites. They were at the front gate. And as soon as you
Lace
walked
you out
in, they
with the
would put you
little
a lei on,
Yes, sir.
a little Hawaii
Hawaii
lei.
lei. Now you out there
And
with
you
your
get a
drink,
cup.
With your cup.
You get
and
a
your
cup
drink.
with the Kappa luau on it and with
And
the
it's time
sign and
to
everything.
go.
And that was your cup to go to that Budweiser truck. And it was like
Tap it
10
off.
spigots
Yep.
all the way down that
You just
truck.
go
And
down
you
the
just
truck.
go to
Just go
one
one
spigot.
Just go
Just
boop,
like you go into
boop,
McDonald's and
boop.
hit that Coca-Cola spigot. You can hit that beer
Man, it
spigot
was a
and you just
time.
fill it all the way up.
It was a time to be
And
alive.
yeah, I'm glad. And we had to get some insurance. 'Cause
Oh,
there
yeah.
was a lot
You
of
needed
people.
it. Oh,
There was
yeah.
a lot of people falling out.
But if you was
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
down that road on 10, if you was
Yeah.
coming down I-10 to try to get to the luau on that day of the luau, if you hadn't made it down there you started your way that direction by 11 a.m.,
Yeah.
you might as
Yeah.
well hang it up.
It's
'Cause,
worse
I
than
mean, the
I-4.
line just to get to
Yeah.
the luau,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it would be a party leading up to the luau. The cars would be, because there'd be so much traffic, they'll just stop their cars and people be
Get
partying
out like a freak
in the
naked.
car
Yeah.
while you driving up trying to get to the luau. People are partying on their way to the luau.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was so many people. That thing
They
was
were
packed.
hanging out the car on the highway.
Yeah, it was lit. Luau was turned for real, man. Good times.
And I mean, a lot of artists, man,
Yeah.
that got their start
Mm.
at the luau.
Yeah,
I
we seen
mean,
a lot of people up there.
Outkast.
Yep.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were like really starting
starting.
artists,
But
just
they were
starting.
there.
They
What
were,
year was
yeah.
this?
It's
We
like
were. I'm standing right. I'm
93,
standing right beside these guys, giving them
94.
handshake. This is 97. This is like 96, 97.
96,
Yeah, 97 was when it really
No, because
picked
I
up.
listened
Nice.
to Outkast when I lived in Atlanta, and I lived in Atlanta 94.
Yeah,
93,
yeah,
They
94,
came out. They
yeah.
came out in 93, 94.
Yeah.
Yeah, 93, 94,
That
and
was
then
Southern
so,
Playlist.
but they were still like
they were still coming-
Southern. They were still
coming
they
up.
weren't back
They
then.
weren't-
They wasn't.
they weren't
Yeah,
Outkast,
they wasn't
Outkast.
Grammy Award.
They
yet.
were
They were still,
yeah. They were
okay.
still in the hood.
Yeah, they were still
Got
the
it.
South.
They were still
you
in the
know what I
hood.
mean?
Yeah.
But they were
I
there
mean,
for sure. Shoot, a lot of
yeah.
but it wasn't just them. It was like
yeah,
the
Trick
Lost
Daddy.
Boys, Trick Daddy.
They were
It was
Trina.
whoever was
Trina,
popping.
Yeah,
was at
Lil
Luau. They
Wayne.
would come down there and perform.
Lil
Like, it was a
Wayne,
big deal.
Juvenile,
Yeah.
Mystical,
Luau was hot, man.
Master P,
It was dope.
T-Pain. He wasn't T-Pain then,
Right.
but he was Fahim. He was with the nappy head.
That's right, nappy heads.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean, it was just a lot
yeah, it's a
of
good look.
lot of
It was
people,
lit.
man, that you
Wow.
wouldn't think that they were there, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
Now they're huge artists.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did
Yeah.
that catapult you to where you are now? And not only that, but I know you said you grew up singing in the choir. How did you keep God into your music, or did you?
Yeah, I did. Well, the thing I learned about God is it's just not in the church. That's what I learned.
Amen.
It's just not in the church, because you can go to the church and the devil can be sitting right beside you too.
Amen.
You know, and I learned that too. I learned that, it's you because it's a lot of, especially in black neighborhoods. I don't know about other neighborhoods, but our neighborhood, we had like maybe 10 black churches in that small town. And I used to ask my grandmother, why are there 10 churches in this small town? And she couldn't even give me an answer. And it was so the only thing I can think of was the division. Division in black neighborhoods, because I didn't understand why we all couldn't come together.
Why we in at this
Yeah.
one church?
And
Why
then
we
you used
at
to
that
hear
church?
stuff, you know how it is.
Sure.
You when you're a child, you hear grown-ups talking about other people inside the church. So I started saying to myself, okay, maybe I need to pick up this book and read it for myself. And that's what I did. One summer, I think I was in the 6th grade, because we used to play marbles. But this one summer, it was raining, and something made me just pick up, because my grandmother would turn the TV off when it was thunder and
Oh, yeah.
lightning.
Oh,
She
yeah.
would turn
My
all the
grandma did
lights
the
off
same
in the
thing.
house.
Yeah,
And
we
I
did like that.
think I picked up a flashlight, and I started reading the book of Genesis, and it was like a movie.
It is.
When I started reading it, I was like, man, I didn't know this was this interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, hold on. From dirt? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, come on. So I started, and I think that summer, my friends used to come knock on the door, because, back then they had games like Tecmo Bowl, and, back then I think EA Sports was just starting and all that. And with Sega Genesis. and
Nintendo though. You talking about
Nintendo
days.
and all that. Yeah, exactly.
Super Mario,
Super
Donkey
Mario,
Kong,
and so
Duck Hunt.
they would come over and knock on the door, but that particular summer, I would tell them, "Hey, I'll holler at you a little later."
Wow.
And because I could not stop
You couldn't put it down.
that story.
Wow.
I wanted to see what was the end of this
the
story.
ending.
And that led my whole journey into, because I had been going to church since I was a kid, but it wasn't like that summer
Right.
when I was at home and I picked up that. That's why I tell people, you can go to church, but pick that book
Bible
up
up.
for yourself because it's
Amen.
going to lead you a whole
Another way.
way.
Yep.
Believe me. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, really.
So
Yeah.
do you do any gospel rapping?
What I do is just a lot of my songs on my album. If you go to my Instagram, there's a link. It's a link tree, and it has my first album. It's called Slow RNG First Album, and there's a lot of songs. What I do is I talk a lot about valleys and hills and people going through the troubles, and that's what I do. You know, because I try to make it realistic. I try to. There's a song called When the Smoke Clears, and it talks about when it talks about me not having any money, trying to figure out how I'm gonna feed my kids, and I didn't have any money, and I had to leave home for a year and try to make some money. I did an internship, came back, and then I had some more money. My kid was saying, "Daddy, why are you leaving?" So I kind of put those stories that regular people go through
In your music?
in my music, so they can say, you know, I can relate to
It's
this.
a testimony.
Right.
Yeah,
Basically,
I've been
that's
through
what
that.
it
I
is.
can relate to that.
And it's another song
Absolutely.
called Keep Shining, No Matter What. And that song basically tells you you can be having hardship, valley, lows, but don't let anybody or any spirit take away the light that God placed inside of you. And that's another song on my album. So that's what I do. I try to because I want to reach regular people, you know. And that was another thing that I found in the church that I grew up. And a lot of churches in black neighborhoods, they don't, you know, you ride through the black neighborhoods and you see those kids standing up at those, you know, little Arab stores, and you know what they're doing. They're just trying to sell something or whatever.
Yeah.
But they sitting at those stores. But I always used to ask my grandmother, why isn't the preacher, you know, I know they're talking about stuff in Sunday school, they're talking about stuff in church, but why aren't they actually walking out of the church down to this street and talking to, because some of those kids
These
were my
kids.
friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some of my friends' moms were on drugs. They didn't know which way to go, because when
Why
your
aren't
mom
they
on drugs,
practicing what they preach?
yeah,
basically?
you know, so like I'm like, I didn't understand it. So that's why I wanted to actually reach regular people, because I didn't see the church doing it at that. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it happening. And then when I did read the Bible, I found out that when I got to Jesus and a lot of the people that were in the Bible, they didn't spend a lot of their time in the church. Like Jesus, he spent a lot of his time actually walking.
Walking the people, talking to the
Yeah,
people.
and so and I didn't know that until I started reading the Bible.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that I put that in my music. So I try to reach regular people with some messages, positive messages. Of course, we're gonna add some music so the DJ can play, you know.
Right,
But you can't forget about that music that's gonna reach regular people, and like you say,
a
testimony. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Got to have that nice balance.
Exactly.
You got that.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I like it a
Yeah.
lot. I like it a lot. What she had?
I got some more for
You
you.
on a roll.
I think what we should do is take a quick break and then come right back if you don't
Oh,
mind, if
yeah.
you got some time.
Oh no, I ain't going
Okay.
nowhere, man.
All right, cool. We're gonna take a quick
We
break.
on the patio.
Yeah,
We're
we on the
We'll be right back with
patio.
Slow RNG. Janine King, Mel Davis. We'll be right back, baby.
We'll be right back, guys.
Hey, welcome back to the patio. We're here with our special guest, Slow RNG. Yo, Slow. We chopped it up before the break. Let's get right back into it, man. So the music, going from college, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So after college, I graduated and I did my internship down in Miami. Well, it was Pembroke. It's called Pembroke Pines.
Pembroke Pines.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And I did a year down there, and I was away from my girlfriend, who's my wife now, for a year. And I moved back to Haines City for 6 months, and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I gotta get. So Orlando was my choice.
Okay.
And that was around 2002.
Okay.
And I called her and I was like, this is your chance. I'm leaving regardless. I'm gonna get me an apartment regardless.
Right.
So it's gonna
You
be a
coming?
1 bedroom. So if you want to come, you can come now.
You gave her an ultimatum?
I told her, hey, we're gonna still be together.
Right.
Oh, okay,
But I'm just
okay.
gonna get my own place.
Right.
I'm just letting you know.
Right.
So she was staying with her mom. I was staying with my mom at the time. But I need to get my own place.
Right.
So she was like, I ain't about to let you get your own place by yourself.
That
So we've been staying together ever since 2002. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. And then after that,
Slow didn't go
yeah.
slow.
Nah. They just call me slow because I'm quiet. I don't
Okay.
brag. I don't brag.
Okay. That was gonna
That
be my
makes
next
sense.
question.
That
Why do
definitely
they
makes
call you
sense.
slow?
Okay.
Yeah,
RNG?
well, they call me slow really because my identical twin, they used to call him fast first. Because he was the one that was
He's the hyper one.
The hyper one, yeah.
You just live
Because
there,
at the
baby.
luau, he was actually the guy on the mic.
On the mic.
He was the
Okay.
one introducing everybody, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he's a Kappa as well.
Yeah, I brought
Okay.
him in. I went in 97, and I brought him in 98.
That's what's
Okay.
up. That's right
Yeah.
across 98.
Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
And so he came in, and then after I graduated, when I moved to Orlando, he moved back shortly, and he needed something to do. I wanted to continue the music, and we still had the music group with my other friend, and so I just invested a bunch of money into studio equipment.
Wow.
I didn't know nothing about it. He didn't know nothing about it. I just knew he went to engineering school, so I knew he knew how to hook up
Okay.
wires and
Right.
stuff.
IT.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
And he learned it real. He learned it real fast. And back then that was when black owned record companies were popular, like Cash Money,
Oh yeah.
Master P,
Oh,
No
yeah,
Limit.
Yeah.
you know,
We were
and
doing our own thing. back
exactly.
then.
So
Yeah,
I'm like, if
yeah,
they could
yeah.
do it,
Small house.
because
Yeah.
before that, everybody was trying to sign with a major company.
Def Jam or if
Either
you were
you're in New
Def
York
Jam,
or
Interscope,
California.
Yep.
You
You
know.
had to be on one of the two biggest
Yeah.
labels.
So
Right.
the only thing in Orlando was Disney World. So you ain't finna do no
Still.
R&B and rap music with Disney. you
Right.
know, So so I
Not
knew
yet.
we had to start our own record company if we were gonna be here.
Right.
Because at the time I was like, I'm making enough money where I don't want to go backwards. Because as a pharmacist, you make pretty good money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm like,
so.
if I sign with a record company, I just heard stories. I talked to Kid and Play. They came down to Orlando. I was at a party with them. They told me, they was like, hey, bro, if you're a pharmacist, you need to stick.
Right.
This is Kid.
Right.
We were having drinks together.
Wow.
And Kid told me, hey, man, if you got a degree, a doctorate degree, and you making money, when you getting your own house and everything, I would just urge that you start your own record company.
Wow.
And ever since he told me that, that's what I
You
did.
That is what's
That's
up.
what I did, and we've been doing it ever since. And the record, the music, I wasn't even the lead singer in the group. My friend Lenars, Naho, his name Naho. His name Pearl. He had like 5 names: Pearl, Naho, Lenars, Pearl of the World. And so he was the lead singer. He was like that voice. Like in Jodeci, you had
Casey.
Casey and
He's
JoJo.
Casey.
He was
Yeah.
Casey.
He's Casey.
I was like more like JoJo.
Okay.
The smooth voice, and he was that real harsh, riffy voice. Yeah, exactly. And Eddie Griffin,
Yeah,
the Temptations.
got you.
So, but he ended up leaving the group, and we were promoting clubs in Polk County, and that's when I met my dog DJ Secret in Polk County. He is a big DJ. Now he's all over now, Tampa, Orlando, everywhere. But back then he just had a tape shop, and we were all trying to figure this out together. And I told him, hey, I'm already promoting clubs in Tallahassee. I can do the same thing here. I can bring you on as a DJ. So I wasn't even thinking about being an artist.
Right.
I was just thinking about getting some money.
Right.
I-
Promote.
and bringing other artists on. I wanted to be Master P.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about being an artist.
yeah.
So
Right.
I had a lot of rappers, but you know how it is. You put money into people, they get this, they get that big head because
Yeah.
the song blows up locally,
Right.
and it's
They
funny
think they're-
because people think when they song blow up locally,
They're
you're
a
a
millionaire
celebrity.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not.
Yeah.
Come on,
you're a
check
celebrity.
yourself.
So much respect, no hate to nobody,
No.
but I ended up putting money into them. and when they had got to the point where they felt like they didn't need me anymore,
Right.
they would leave.
Sure.
And some guys they didn't leave, but they went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And but still, I invested money.
Right.
So when it came down to it was just me and my brother in the studio. I told him, I said, hey, what we gonna do? He said, what do you mean? What we gonna do? You got to be the artist. I'm
Ain't
not
nobody
late. I'm like,
else.
me?
Last
He's like,
man
yeah.
standing.
He was like, you got to be the artist.
Yep.
I think right before he said that, I was trying to other stuff too. I was trying to be a writer. I was with a bass player for Akon.
Wow.
We wrote a whole album for Akon, but he sang on the record with auto-tune, and I'm thinking he wouldn't let me sing, and I never thought about it because I'm just maybe I was just gullible.
Mm-hmm.
And when he presented the album to Akon, I asked him how it went, and he said, man, I don't want to deal with him no more. I'm like, what's going on? You his bass player. You touring with him. What's going on? But later I found out that he presented the album as his album. Trying to be he was trying to sign up under Akon. Yeah.
Wow.
Then shortly after that, he ended up going to prison. So it was like, you know how when in your life, you're trying to figure stuff out, and there's something after something after something happens.
I know.
Something after something after something happens. And so then my brother was like, you got to be the artist.
Yep.
And then that song, Way Too Many, was the first song
Wow.
we did.
Right.
And it was a guy named TJ in Tallahassee. He had a record pool with a lot of DJs, and they called it TJ's DJ's Record Pool. And we used to go up to that conference. And we gave him a couple songs before that, but he was like, nah, it's good, but you can promote it in your area, but I don't want to send it to the DJs. So we came with Way Too Many Hoes, and we gave it to him. He was like, don't send me any more songs. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, what do you mean what I mean? Don't send me no more songs. This is your song. And he sent it to all the DJs that he knew, and from there it just
Wow.
Took off.
it took off. And
Way too many hoes.
Way too many
yeah, it took
Let me
off.
look that up.
And
You look that up
yeah,
while you doing
and it's a
that.
storyline to that song. I know it sounds the title sounds raunchy, but the meaning of it is you got all these guys out here, and they're killing each other, especially in our in our neighborhood. In our neighborhoods, guys mostly beefing, shooting each other, and really people don't know it's because they trying to impress
Some female.
these girls who probably don't even respect their own self.
Right.
So the song was really trying to tell the guys, you don't have to kill each other because it's way too many for you to be beefing
fighting
over
with you
one
over
girl.
It's so many of these girls out here.
Right,
What
so
y'all
it's really a
doing?
message to the song. And I think when people start
Message.
listening to the verses, they start saying, hey man, this all right. So
Okay.
it was a message to that. So it was basically telling all the guys, man, especially in the black neighborhood, stop killing each other for
Of
one
these
person.
hoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got it
yeah.
ready to go? Can we hear a little bit?
Yeah,
Let's hear.
man.
Let's hear a little
see
bit
what
of
that sounds like. I like the beat already. I'm a beat girl.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
beat girl.
We make our own beats too.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's next. That's next.
Making my dough.
I like it. I like it. Hey.
I like that. Okay. We'll let this play.
Hey.
So you came up with this because your boys were fighting over females.
Well,
and
not
killing each
necessarily
other.
my boys,
Not his
just the
boys.
black community
Just the
in
black
general. When you
community.
see the news, you see guys in gangs, you see guys, trying to get all this attention. A lot of people don't know it's really the root of that whole thing is they want attention from females, and it's the song really telling them it's not worth it.
Right.
You know,
Come on, man.
you don't have to.
It's more fish in the sea.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, what are we doing?
You might go
Exactly.
fishing. I'm a
Women
fisherman
too.
too. It's funny you said. Because you'll go fishing one day, you might not catch none.
Right.
The next day, you might catch 20 fish.
Come on now.
So don't get mad because that one day you didn't catch anything. You know,
I can
and
do
don't
it.
get mad, especially at the next guy in the boat
Caught some.
because
And don't be peeping at
It
his
might
boat.
not be your day. Tomorrow could be your day.
exactly.
What's in his
Like
boat
that.
is for him.
Exactly. Yeah, you know.
Understand.
And then another thing, you know, a girl might be dating a guy. He might find out that, you know, she's dating somebody else.
Yep.
She in another boat.
So, right.
She
So
hopping from boat to boat.
then that starts a beef.
Lord have
So it
mercy.
was like, it's the message really to say, hey, man, your life that God gave you is too precious to lose it over one girl
Yeah.
who probably don't mean you no good anyway. If she talking to you and
That part.
somebody else, you know.
Yep.
So that's basically what the
I love
the
it.
song.
Right,
the storyline,
that is
yeah,
called
you know,
Too
Too
Many Hoes.
Don't get it twisted. Don't let the name fool you. It's actually
And
an uplifting song.
This was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
still pertains to today.
Still relevant.
Yeah.
But
For both sides.
And I still
Too
get
many
booked for that
hoes and
song.
too
Oh
many
yeah,
bros.
I can imagine.
I
It's
still
a-
get
it's a
booked
lot.
for that
Everything
song,
that I've
yeah,
heard, and again,
yeah,
this is no.
yeah.
I'm not trying to hype you up, but everything I've heard
Yeah.
that you've made, I love. I told you that.
Yeah,
Me too.
Your
I
little
appreciate it,
snippets of
yeah.
your
Me
stuff,
too.
it's blowing me away. We can't not
Go
mention
out.
without speaking on how the
How-
song that brought us to you.
Yes.
Yes, like it was, bro. When we
Kismet.
heard vibing, it was just. It described the way we feel. It described the mood we were in. It described like our whole thing that we're trying to do in a certain way. It just gave us the right kind of motivation to what we're trying to do right
Yeah,
now. So
yeah.
it's a vibe. Literally, it's a great song. We can't wait for you guys to hear it. We're gonna play some of that now.
Let's play it right now.
Let's vibe a little bit.
Let's vibe out. Slow RNG. Cause we vibe. We don't give a fuck on the talk about cause we
Hey, you can't sit still on this one. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Let's go, slow. Let's go. Hey, hey.
all night long.
What? Hey.
Cause we vibing.
We vibing.
Keep
Don't
vibing.
give a-
right?
Yes.
Hey.
Keep vibing.
I'm gonna start back vibing one day.
Okay.
Now, were you doing that when you wrote this song?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Okay,
To
you
tell you
was
the truth, it just that song I produced it. The first song you played, my brother produced it, but this one I actually produced it, and we do all in-house production, writing, everything. We don't go online and get no YouTube beats.
Nice. That's
Because
awesome.
in order, like we said, you know, earlier, your music, a song could last forever. Like you got Patti LaBelle, she's still performing. You know, you got people like the Levert family, and even groups as old as the Temptations, they still perform because the song are good songs and they don't expire. And the only way to do that really is to come up with your own product, your own lane. You know,
Okay.
it's just like anything. You know, food, clothes. If you come up with something that nobody else can duplicate, it's never gonna expire.
Right.
And so I feel like this is what our journey has become, is coming up with some music that we can do.
Amen.
Now we don't hate what nobody else is doing,
Right.
True.
But you know how it is with rappers these days. You know, a rapper might try to copy another rapper and all that. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We just come up with our own lane and we drive on that lane until it's an
Amen.
exit sign. You know,
I like that, man.
Yeah,
I can dig that for real.
yeah,
I love that.
I love it too.
yeah.
So who would you want to collaborate with?
Oh man,
Like, give me somebody, worldwide renowned, and then somebody maybe locally that you're
Yeah.
feeling right now
Wow.
that you mess with. You would love to maybe get on track with.
wow, like world.
Like anybody in the world, anybody. What artist is slow feeling right now? Who is somebody slow? Is like, let me and
hop
them
on
we gotta do a song right now.
To tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind. I'm just a Florida guy,
Okay.
and I just like the way I like the way we move.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
I ain't got nothing against New York.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing against California,
Yeah.
You riding
Midwest
with the
Texas.
dirty South.
But Florida got its own style,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't mind doing a song with some Florida artists like
I was
Plies.
say Plies,
Yeah,
Trick Daddy.
yeah, Trick,
and Luke,
Kaya,
Kaya,
you know,
okay.
I
Keep it
cause
Florida.
yeah, cause
Lil Duval.
yeah, man, cause I want to keep home growing.
Yeah. I can
Cause
dig that.
Florida, it took a long time for the South to get an identity.
Yes, sir.
Because before, you know how it was,
I do.
with music,
Mhm.
it was all BET kind of, big shout out to BET. But,
Yes.
and they were gonna give us that contract for Luau too. I forgot to mention that too.
Woo, that could have been
But,
something
That
else.
would've been- Woo.
But yeah, when you used to watch BET and MTV, a lot of those shows catered to New York artists.
The North. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for a long time, when you was a Floridian, you kind of appreciated people like Luke and all them
Mhm.
because that was your only
Mm-hmm.
identity
Yeah.
as a Floridian,
Right.
as an artist.
Yeah.
So me personally, if I was to collaborate, I would just continue collaborating with
Florida.
up and coming or
Up-and-coming
just
Florida local
known,
artists,
well-known,
artists.
also well-known Florida artists.
I
Yeah.
can dig
So
it, man.
yeah,
I
that's
can
what
dig
I
that.
would do. I
That's
would
awesome.
keep it. I would keep it home team.
That's what's up.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I would do.
I
Yeah.
like
Well,
that a lot.
we want to thank you so
Slow.
much for coming
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
and being a part of the patio.
The
Yes,
patio.
thanks for coming through, Slow. Thanks for bringing the
Yes.
music. Thanks for
Yes.
blessing us. You guys, all his stuff, you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Slow RNG.
Yeah.
Be sure to support this guy, big him up. Find him, follow him on Instagram. You guys
Yes.
support this man.
Yeah.
Follow
He's,
them from our page,
Support
support
A Perfect
him.
Mess POV.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We
Yes.
appreciate you guys for joining us on another episode of The Patio. For The Patio, I'm Mel. This is Janine. That's Slow RNG.
Bye, guys.
We'll say goodbye. See you guys.
Love ya.